Stop. Just stop. I've seen the dance moves too many times. Can we just go back to the simple text, please? We'll fix this later. Thank you. What's up, MSFers? Are you ready for the greatest stream since the last time I streamed? I don't know if that makes sense. That might be putting myself down. I'm not really sure how the chronological order of that works. In any case, we're going to be going over DJ Donk's war defense, and we're going to be talking about the events that are starting right now. In fact, let's take a look at some of those events. Be sure you're saving your campaign energy and ISO 8 energy for today's events. A lot of people have been saving campaign energy for days and days and days. I don't know if that's going to help you or not. I don't really care. I have come to the conclusion that every event in Marvel Strike Force is exactly the same as every other event in Marvel Strike Force. You refresh the 50s in a certain type of energy. You do all your war attacks. You do all your crucible attacks. You do 3 to 6 rotations in Blitz if that's happening. And you collect all the red dots. You play Marvel Strike Force. That's how you complete all the events, and they're becoming super boring to me. Very not interesting at all after doing this for 6 years. I would like to see some new events, Scopely, please. Please, give us something new and fresh to do. Not to mention, we'll talk about how veteran players are getting a little bored with the game right now. I think that has something to do with Battle World being delayed, and they weren't quite prepared to fill the void. However, we do have an influx of newer players. Gideon XL pointed that out in his latest video. I don't have to bring the music down because it's already down, so that's good. What's up, Kamikazu? What's up, Doolam? What's up, Burnsy? What's up, Stocky? What's up, Gnomes? What's up, Bag? Excuse me. What's up, One Pride? What's up, Half Baked? What's up, Cleaning Agent? And what's up, Casey Wymie? How's everybody doing this morning? Glad you guys could all make it here today. Do I have anything I need to show off over here? No, that's a war team. That's something else. And there's the Stormwatch thing. I'll leave that up in case we decide to come back to it. All right. Here we are at Marvel Strike Force, ready to play at this. It is Monday, right? I'm not confused about that. I hope it's Monday because I have Monday off. Otherwise, I'd be missing out on work. Also, a little side note. Thank you to everybody that was wishing me happy Father's Day. I had an overwhelming amount of messages coming in to me for Father's Day yesterday. I had a great time with my kids. And if you're a father, I hope you had a wonderful time with your kids as well. I went to the water park on Saturday. And then me and the wife and the kids just played there at the water park, had a great time there. We have a kind of a small little water park near us that we went to. It was a lot of fun. And then yesterday I played Bopple Battle and Halo Wars. And not Halo Wars, we had a Halo tournament. Halo Wars isn't that great. I don't really like that game, but Halo itself is kind of fun. Not Halo Infinite, don't really like that one. Anyway, we played lots of video games. We built box forts, we played hide and go seek, we went swimming, had a great time with the kids all day, just goofing around with them, and that was really nice. So thank you for all the well-wishing. It was a very positive, wonderful Father's Day. Just the way I like it, doing nothing but hanging out with my kids. Oh, it is Monday. Thanks, Benny. What's up, Sevi? All right, we have an arena attack I should probably do. Just like a Bluey father, exactly. We actually watched some Bluey. I don't know if you guys don't know, Bluey has become one of my favorite TV shows to watch. Every night before bed, I watch one or three episodes of Bluey. They're like little 8-minute videos. And it's definitely designed for children, but for whatever reason, it makes me feel so good watching Bluey. There's a YouTuber out there, Odd Ones Out, has a 13-minute video about why Bluey is amazing for adults. My kids showed it to me, and I was laughing my ass off, and I was like, I gotta check this out. And ever since, I've been a huge Bluey fan. Every night I watch a couple of, yeah, Odd Ones Out is great, right? They have a Netflix show called Oddballs. Yeah, I don't know, man. Bluey just gets me in the feels, and I just walk away feeling happy, and it inspires me to be a better parent too. Hey, this one here is kind of weird. I never have any trouble with it. Maybe I'm accidentally playing it right. Now I'm gonna do it live for you guys and probably have my ass handed to me. Let's see how it goes. The episode on the dream where they go to space? I haven't gotten to that one yet. I'm only halfway through season 1. Daddy Robot is one of my favorite. Like, I watch Daddy Robot and I'm like, holy crap. That father goes the extra mile in that episode. That was a pretty cool one. Yeah, I'm a Bluey fan, so if you don't like it, suck it. Everybody knows Bluey's the greatest. Also started watching Your Honor with Bryan Cranston. Just started season 1 of that. That's an intense show. That's the opposite of Bluey. That one's hard to watch. If you're a fan of Breaking Bad, it's got similarities there. It's less about Breaking Bad into the drug world and instead covering up a horrible accident that his son genuinely accidentally got himself into. Let's see here. I'm gonna do this here to rewind that Iron Patriot a bit. See what I can do about that. Not to mention, I like the idea of that Super Scroll being no longer a problem. We'll place a vulnerable, actually, let's place a vulnerable. Yeah, we'll place a vulnerable here. Because Logan's gonna die once I pop off, as long as I don't get the ability block landed on me. Oh, sweet, we didn't. So watch. We're gonna Thunder Punch Logan, and he's gonna go away permanently, because we don't like Logans. We don't like that Logan v. Logan action. Let's put a stun on this guy, see what happens there. Might as well use it, right? Oh, he's not gonna get rid of it because he's got trauma. Okay, whose turn is it? Could somebody take a turn, please? What's going on? We'll just punch you a little bit, see what happens there. And then we're gonna go blammo on everybody. Oh man, that was easy. Yeah, don't use Iron Patriot. I don't know why. I see that Iron Patriot on a couple of defenses, and it's real easy for me to roll over. The Caillou show is the opposite of Bluey, an awful show. I 100% agree with that statement, One Pride. Caillou is terrible. I effing hate Caillou. You're going back to watch The West Wing? I love The West Wing. West Wing is one of those shows where I will rewatch over and over the entire series. It's one that I'll play on the background. One of the few shows that promotes the liberal side of politics, and I get it. I get it. They're able to get me to understand their perspective, which is weird. I'm more of a conservative myself. I'm more of a middle-of-the-road kind of guy. I think most of us are actually middle-of-the-road kind of people. I think the news media polarizes us, unfortunately, and that's why I don't watch news anymore. Caillou is the worst. So happy that my kid never got into that show. Yeah, I hid it from my kids. They started watching it for a minute. I was like, no. We're putting the kibosh to this. Spotlights is over. I think my lanes are full, so I'm done there. I started the new Boys season, just finished Reacher. I'm blasting through The Boys. Yeah, I'm mid-season 2 right now. They signed off on The Boys through season 5. They said they were going to end it at season 5 as it stands right now. So there will be another 2 seasons of The Boys, because they're on season 3, I think, right? Anyway, season 5 will be the last season of The Boys. However, they are discussing some more spin-offs of The Boys. Which I didn't mind Gen V. I thought Gen V was pretty good. Real-time Arena, Epic War, Alliance War, we're done. I don't want to do any blitzing. I'm saving energy here, so I'm just going to let that overcap. That's all we got there. Let's go check the store and see what's popped up. There was a $5 offer for a core calendar that looked like a pretty good deal. It was like $5 for what came out to be like 1,250 cores. I thought that was a pretty good deal. Normally that's almost 20 bucks. See if we got any orbs we want to open. I'm not seeing anything exciting here. No, we're saving all the bumps. Saving all these things, or not worth the click to open them.
Blitz is a dog shit.
That's right, mobile gamer.
Deleted from the game.
Blitz is a dog shit game mode. See, spotlight orbs I'm not opening because there's nothing of value in there. 10x teal raid orbs, still not even worth the click to open for me. These raid orbs, I save these for when I don't have enough shards in the Ultimus store. They're kind of burying them at the bottom. Do you guys know, this isn't one of the orbs that's gonna go away, is it? Did you do your 5 M for M blitzes? Probably. I think I did, Herb. I think I did the 5. I've been doing a whole bunch of blitz rotations every now and again just to make sure, because there's an event on the web store that ends today in a couple of hours that you just have to do blitz rotations. Just the Greek orbs. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Alpha, beta, gamma, and then the raid orb stays. However, we are also getting the spotlight raid orb. Nothing there. Nothing there. Red Goblin, I'll take it. I don't want to put Red Hulk. Oh, these don't look all that entertaining or interesting to me. Don't want to do any of these. Nope, I'm not going to put 3 diamonds on Hulkbuster. This is the only one that looks mildly interesting, and Absorbing Man doesn't even need to be that big. He usually just needs to take 1 or 2 hits in the beginning, and that's it. What do we got? Some things here to click on. Give us Arena Tunes Scully. You want Arena Tunes from Scopely? First 2 days I did Blitz, and now I enjoy my freedom. You just got it all done in the beginning? I've been pretty lazy about Blitz and just barely, I barely cleared that 1 milestone on the web. Nothing of interest there. All right, we're gonna go get into defense up. Let's go do that. I'm gonna open up the content creator channel for voice. And if you are a content creator, you can jump into my voice lobby and I'll drag you into the content creator channel and you can talk with us and I'll give you the stamp. Or if you already have the role in my server, you can just jump right into the content creator voice channel. And I'm going to share my screen to whoever decides to show up today. Excuse me. You need a Cosmic Crucible defense up? Sorry, Pathfinder, for some reason, it's just been war after war after war coming through. I don't tell people, I just put people on the list in the order that they sign up, and I tell them they can do Crucible or War, and we've just had a rash of war all in a row. I was kind of looking to do a Cosmic Crucible myself, since we haven't done one in a while, but that's okay. Yeah, Burnsy, I like that The Boys has an end date also. I wish they would do that with more shows and just say, hey, we're going to run 2 more seasons of this and call it quits. I know it's hard for them to predict out that far. I also don't like when they just keep making a show run on and on and on forever. The Walking Dead did that, and I was like, man, this show needs to end. Down for CCD up. Put you down for CCD up? Just message me on Discord. If you want to, well, actually, I would hold off. I've got, how many people do I have on the list still? I told everybody in the videos, don't bother sending me the things because I've got too many on the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I still got 15 people on the list. I guess if you want to message me, but in the videos, I'm going to tell people don't bother because the list is too long. 15 people's a lot. Now there's like 6 Walking Dead shows, yeah. I was such a huge zombie fan until The Walking Dead came out. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the initial couple seasons of The Walking Dead, right up until about probably when they killed off Glenn. I started going, okay, there's not a whole lot left here for me, because like they brought in the Whisperers, and I was like, okay, first off, I don't think you did it right compared to the graphic novels, and second, it's just another faction. You're just recycling the same recipe. Faction versus faction, and that's it. Like, it was, I don't know, just wasn't that great. If you want a great zombie show, go check out Black Summer. In my opinion, Black Summer is the cream of the crop when it comes to zombie survival TV shows. There's only 2 seasons of it. They don't use very much dialogue. It's all these like sequences of terror followed by sequences of dialogue where they convince somebody to trust them or not. And the show's all about, do you trust this person or do you kill them and take their stuff? Those are the only two options you have. And 90% of the time they choose to kill them and take their stuff, which is just crazy. I liked it when Negan was introduced, but it got stale after that. Yeah, that's exactly right. Negan got introduced, they defeated his faction, and then it really got stale, and then like they're keeping Negan in this, I don't know, I'm over it. End of contract, so they kill off characters in such movies, yeah. And then he turned good, yeah, it's like, what? We're gonna forgive him for the mass slaughtering? Yeah, okay, so this is DJ Donk's defense. We have Benny Westside and Updog here on voice with us. I'm gonna turn down the music for me a little bit. You guys can have it just fine. What's up, Benny?
Morning.
Morning to you too.
I came to ask or clarify something. Are you stating that you're not willing to pull strings for Path Daddy and throw up his defense on the screen right now and right here?
I mean, we could. It's gonna double the length of my stream. I'm kind of short on time, but if he really wants to do it, we can. But I gotta do DJ Donk's defense. I don't mind doing a second Cosmic Crucible right now. I just have a ton of these and I gotta get through DJ Donk.
Let's do DJ Donk.
No, DJ Donk, we're just starting. You just showed up. They're trying to bribe me into getting Pathfinder, but they need to understand that if they want to skip the line, it's gonna cost some money. I'm definitely willing to sell out if you've watched any of my bullshit tier list videos that are absolutely accurate, completely honest approvals, not biased in any way, shape, or form. I completely take bribes. Pathfinder's gonna have to bribe me if he wants to jump the line, but I'll get to it if he wants. I'll get to Pathfinders if he wants. This defense, it's a straight up 5-piece Infinity Watch in one. All strikers, 2 skirmishers. I don't know if we need skirmisher on Moondragon. I mean, I like her either as a striker or a healer, but it's not going to change the outcome of this matchup. Room number 2, we have the 5-piece Pegasus. That's something people put on defense. Fortifier on rescue to keep her alive longer. That's probably a good idea, to tell you the truth. We got striker, raider, striker. I can live with those ISOs. We'll swing back around through these in detail. I just want to cover the whole list so everybody sees what the general is. We have an Asgardian team. Teen Loki does nothing without a 5-piece team. I think regular Loki is better, or even better, you could take it up a notch with Dormammu in here. I don't know. Probably, honestly, the better one is, rather than Sylvie and Teen Loki, I think it's Dormammu and Loki. But we'll talk about that. We have an Infestation team in here, which is a little bit lopsided, but it's fine. She goes under stealth and the others get knocked under stealth, and then you're forced to fight big time Spider-Man, and that's great. Next up in room number 5, under my head, is the 4-piece Hive Mind with Absorbing Man. I think the 5-piece is too easy to beat, so you do need to do something like put in a pre-taunt in here. That does help spice it up a bit. And then we have a Tangled Quicksilver Bishop with a Chavez speeding up the Tangled members. This is something kind of interesting and a little bit different. I'm not sure if some of these pieces might be more valuable on offense or not. We'll come back around to that one. And then we have a Cabal Emma Kang on defense. I don't know how I feel about Kang being in here on this team. I feel like that's a pretty powerful offensive plug-and-play character. And the team itself is okay on defense. It's kind of a mixed bag whether you want to use them on offense or defense. Emma in here is kind of a must if you put them on defense. Kang doesn't add much value on the defensive version. The offensive version, he adds that 5% turn meter. Again, we'll talk about it. Number 8 is an Extreme with Rogue. Number 9, we have the Spider Society. And number 10, we have the Sus Black Knight 3-piece SD team. So we can get into those. Let's go. This defense up look right here. DJ Donk, what TCP, what league are you operating in, and what room? Is there an adjacent room that we need to be aware of? I can actually go back to those picks and learn that information. He is, okay, nothing really major going on with what rooms we're in. He's in the armory room, so it's a somewhat important room. Not super duper important, and it's not adjacent to, like, it doesn't have, it's not a reactor or anything crazy like that. So it's just an armory, not super game changing with that. Where am I supposed to be at? Updog, what did you do for Father's Day? I'm just asking Updog a question to force him to unmute his microphone. I'm so mean. He's probably on a work call cursing at me right now. Benny, do you see any issues with this other than maybe the skirmisher on Moondragon, and that probably won't change anything?
I like skirmisher on Moondragon. Why don't you like skirmisher on Moondragon?
I don't know. Well, I guess just if she's gonna strip those positive effects, you want her to have the focus boost to do it, right?
Her focus unfortunately doesn't match up to current characters, and on her first turn, clearing all of those buffs can actually be pretty devastating. So, I like skirmisher on her.
At the very least, stripping an offense up from your opponent means they're gonna have to hit you more times and take longer. Well, oh, this is not Crucible. This is War. Yeah, I guess there's nothing to deal with efficiency here with War.
Yeah, they're gonna bring War Dogs into this and just be fine. Like, it's in War, I guess it doesn't matter as much, but Skirmisher is a good ISO to keep on her.
Okay. By the way, DJ Donk says 60 million TCP operating in Plat 4 Wars. Just watch the Odd Ones Out Bluey video, insert head explode emote. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? You did max Zemo. If we want to switch him with Kang, I think that might be something. We'll get to that. Okay, this is fine. I think the only reason we made her a striker was back in the arena days. That's not needed anymore. Just when somebody would clear the death proof and there'd be one hit point left, you'd have her double tap and it would finish that person off. And then Skirmisher is great for stripping those positive effects, and I think this team is fine. I think it's a great filler kind of defense. All right, team number 2, the Pegasus team on defense. This kind of calls for some pretty serious counters, right? You got to get something that's going to be in here fast and rewind them and kill rescue before the team can take off. Because once this team starts laying out defense down on you and taking turns, they can just tear you apart. But they are slow off the jump in War. Do you think this is better for offense or defense, Benny? Personally, I think it's better for defense myself.
Pegasus?
Yeah, Pegasus.
This is a pretty big one. Like, if we use them for Darkhold or Heroes for Hire.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that DJ Donk thinks he needs Pegasus for. Sure.
Okay, that's a good note. I'll put that note in there. What you got for us, Updog?
I prefer to use them against like a Heroes for Hire, like Benny said. I think, or even if you don't see Heroes for Hire, just use Kestrel on offense, like a Kestrel Iron Man combo with like something else.
Okay.
It is a big team, but I can take a 3 million team with Eternals, Loki, and I don't know, 2 others and blow it up.
Like Kevin says, Eternal, Sylvie, Loki, Falcon, and you can blow them up. Yeah, but if your defense is devised around absorbing those Eternals teams and putting more of those defenses that require an Eternals counter than not, then I mean it's one more thing where it's like, oh man, I wish I had my Eternals available, but I already used them. It can be frustrating, I guess, but that's kind of the best case scenario for it. Okay, so it might be that we want to swap this out with a different defense, and I don't think, did we see a Heroes for Hire? I don't think we did. So that might be something that they put on defense. in its place. Okay, and room 3, I personally like the Dorm Loki version of this better. What do you guys think of this one for the Asgardian team?
Storm is pretty important to have on offense with the current buffs that we have. He's used with Undying to punch up like 2 million on Spider Society teams. So I can see why DJ Dunk took him out. I would probably recommend putting in like some more Hero Asgardians instead of with Sylvie and Team Loki. Put in, if your Jane Foster is even gear 14, if she takes a turn, she flips all buffs and stuff. I put a Thor in here as well.
So Thor, Mighty Thor, maybe even a small Sif that would draw that taunt and die early.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Thor, Thor, small Sif. Okay, I think so too. I think we need to get Valkyrie a little bit bigger than Purple Gear. If we could afford a little bit more investment. I mean, she's gonna die so fast. And I know if she dies, she's going to give that one-time bonus out.
Do we want to build Valkyrie? Or does he have other characters?
I'm just saying, on the spectrum of investment, going up through the orange gear, I think that's cheap enough we could afford to get her there, because this is like you hit her once and she's dead. She's gonna give the effects to the team one time. I don't know. For me, I think bring her up into the gold gear. G15 at least.
You need the T4. You need the T4 on her passive.
Okay, we need T4 on her passive, but I don't know if that's available at this level or not. I don't know where that T4 comes into play.
Unless it's like gear 70 with purple gear, or level 70 with purple gear, that's enough to get the passive T4.
Okay, DJ Dunk says he has the T4.
Passive comes at 65 or 64, so
64,
being
yeah.
12, she must have it.
Okay.
The thing is, he didn't build a Hero Asgard. He has his Bifrost built for raids, and he put them on defense, and he thought,
added
you know what,
in this.
would make them a little bit worse, putting a Valkyrie in there, and then I can keep Loki on offense and use with Eternals. Or
yeah, this is doing the most with what you've got, not having to invest anything at all. Not a bad way to go. If he does want to invest in it, I would bring Valkyrie up a small amount, not teal gear or anything like that, but just enough that she could actually survive a couple of hits. And then, like we said, if we have a Thor, Mighty Thor, or a small Sif to throw in there in place of it.
The way he has it, Valkyrie is gonna accidentally die and trigger. I think this is better, because the characters you're gonna bring in to deal with a 900k Vol, they're gonna accidentally kill her. 100k Valkyrie. Whereas if Valkyrie was maybe 400k, she might not accidentally die, and they might be able to plan around it and kill the Vol before the Valkyrie. I still don't think so, but I don't think this needs any investment on Valkyrie. But why does she need to survive any hits?
I was thinking so that when you kill one of the other ones, like in conjunction with a small Sif, the small Sif would die, they would get the bonuses, Val could bring the Sif back to life and have it happen all over again. But I think you're right. As far as the min-max goes, the team isn't worth investing in. I'll just talk about alternative options for this team, but you're right. This is probably the best way to spend your resources to get the most for the least.
I like Ceci's idea in chat.
Honestly, just put Valk, Beta Ray Bill, Vol, and Tangled. We're going to talk about a Tangled team, and I'm not sure if it's a great matchup, so that's something we could do. Hero Asgard dies. She gives energy ability. Would put Valk up a big and put a small person to die at first, giving 2 Val energy earlier. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Kevin, but that takes a substantial investment, and the team overall may not be worth it. Yeah, we're using Dorm on offense now, Annie Valor, so you're right. That's not a great way to go. Yeah, it might be the Tangled option. So we got 3 different options here. We could invest in it, we could swap it with Tangled, or we could leave it as is. Let's see. Okay. We'll go on to this one. It's the Infestation team. I think it's fine. I don't know why we've got such a build in Black Widow. There was a reason some people had Black Widow built big. I don't remember why. Was it the DD6? Was it okay? It was something that there was a thing.
Like that.
So you see this kind of thing where they're built big. Don't these characters kind of need to be built to like gear tier 13 so that they survive but go under stealth, forcing you to hit big time a second time and making him pop off? Or is it okay if they just die? I don't know. Infestation with big BTS sucks right now. Well, it didn't suck for a few seconds until people realized how to beat it.
No, when he said sucks,
Pretty much
it
fine,
means
'cause
it's still
you still
tough.
have
to
Black Widow alive and BTS alive. It's not great.
Yeah.
Like, again, I'd say if you're not looking to heavy invest in the team, 12 across the board will get the job done, and it'll do what it'll do.
Yeah. A 12 across the board will work? Okay.
That swarm is tier 9, so.
Doolum says if they're small like this, you can infinity watch them. Yeah, I'm just worried, like, if...
Yeah, but Doolum, then I'm still sucking up one of your attacks harder with a team that's going to take you 3 minutes to finish the fight. It sucks either way. You still have to hit something with it.
Yeah.
And you're using a bigger Infinity Watch to punch down a stupid amount.
I'm not sure if Infinity Watch makes my top 13 war attack teams, though. Maybe it's my 14th best war attack team. I don't know.
Yeah, so you're wasting an energy to use Infinity Watch. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. The gist of this is maybe this is a decent min-max build. I don't know. The thing is, okay, Doolum, if this was built to gear tier 15 across the board with the big BTS, would you need a nowhere team, or could you still do it with Infinity Watch? What do you guys think on voice?
There is a
Is that bigger
Sin 6 comp that would use it, or a bigger Infinity Watch.
Okay, so a bigger Infinity Watch. If you're bringing in the Sinister Six now, I think that's a worthy investment because Sinister Six is a more opposing team. But is Big Time at that size better with something else? Not really.
No.
Not really. This is kind of where we found it works the best.
Infestation is an all or nothing team. The moment you remove one, like say if this was Infinity Watch with Moondragon, you are actually affecting the team instead of just doing anything else with the team. Because then he's not getting charged.
Yeah.
And then he does basically nothing but be a wet noodle.
Yeah, there's no way to plug and play it, DJ Dunk. I think this is fine. Ideally, I like to see him in the orange gear again, but it's not worth the investment, really. I think this is just going to draw the Infinity Watch counter, and it'll be fine. If you find yourself with a plethora of resources, I still wouldn't even invest in it. I think there's better teams to be investing in this. Don't invest in Hero Asgard. Don't invest in the Infestation team. You've already got your Big Time where he needs to be. Hopefully, they hit Big Time twice and he pops off. That's the best we can do right now.
Plus, friendly reminder, this entire season says you get Safeguard and XYZ if you are Hero Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
A lot more teams now can be War Dogs because I can steal your Safeguard because it's on a hero.
Yeah, so Big Time Spider-Man starts with that Safeguard, so when you come in with a Nowhere, you use the special anywhere but Big Time, and you can still make the team fold pretty well, but if you were to use Nowhere on this, it would be a total victory for Donk, because you don't want to be wasting Nowhere on a small team like this.
Correct.
And I just don't think that the investment to force the opponent to bring in a bigger team is worth it, right? Like, you'd be investing more into this team, and the wins it would help with your alliance and stuff is not useful. So I think it stays. All right, well, we could talk about that. The investment, again, we're kind of, splitting hairs, but we're looking to save some resources. I'm starting to see a bit of a theme here. Good enough. H. Okay. Room number 5 is the Hive Mind. Okay, we're dropping Venom to put in Absorbing Man, that pre-taunt, who's gonna hold the taunt pretty well, and hopefully allow this team to take a turn or two This is one of those Eternals. You can blow it up with Eternals, right? It's like Eternals, Kang, something or other. I don't remember.
You have to throw a lot to get ahead of them, but it is possible.
Yeah,
It
and you can
relies
blow it up.
on
It's like Eternals,
sticking,
Loki,
blowing
Kang,
yourself
and
up.
something else, and you'll get in front of it, rewind it, blow it up. Does Absorbing Man change that Eternals counter? I don't think so. I think he's going to be small enough that he'll blow up for the double tap off of Icarus, so it really doesn't matter. It's a good team, though. I don't think there's any reasonable way to make this that much better. I think you'd be taking away from other counters to make this any better than this, right? What's up, Deadpool Games?
If you want to be insane and have a bit of annoyance, again, use all your bio gear, be a bad player like me, and build anti-venom. Because then you have another revive on top of the Roblin revive.
That's true. We can talk about that, but that's I think that's an inefficient way of spending resources.
It is an insane way
Fun,
to
though.
do it.
Hey, what's up, Zoboy? Absorbing Man probably makes it worse. Easier target to blow up. At this size, probably.
That's probably equivalent to what his Venom roughly is, give or take.
Yeah.
Like,
The only difference is with the Venom in there,
Yeah.
it allows you to target whoever you want to target and maybe use other compositions.
yeah, that's why I'm not recommending it, Anti-Valor. I started with if you're insane.
Also, it like this guy hasn't built Valkyrie for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's trying to spend resources on temporary war
yes,
season.
Benny. But
Yeah.
Anti-Venom was previously a raid tune, so he might be up there in like the 14s.
DJ
might
Donk
be
has his list here. He shared it in the DMs. Oh, he's got his 14 attack teams here. Let me open these. Okay, so this is the wrong screen.
I'm a terrible player.
So he's got the big plug and play characters up here. He's got Out of Time 5-piece. He's got Undying. He's got Gamma. We've got a Weapon X with X23 built real small. I don't think this Weapon X team is doing anything. Heroes for Hire is super small. We've got an Extreme team behind my head that's built to almost 3 million. He's got the Alpha Flight started up here. Nowhere. Superior 6. P-Force, which is probably not built big enough to really be effective on offense. I think you'd need a lot of investment in a bunch of players. Not worth it. The War Dogs aren't doing anything. You've got a 4-piece Secret Defenders. I don't know. Oh, we're Photons up here. Okay. Then we've got an whatever team this is down here, partial raid team. Mercs for Money at 2 million. We've got the New Avengers at 2 million. We've got the Trash 6 at 1.2 million. Underworld coming in at 100,000, so that's nowhere. The big time Spider-Man team we saw. We've got a Cabal team at 1.5 million, which is just a 3-piece, so that's a fully built Cabal team. And then we've got Spider Society at 2.4 million. Not to mention
For shy of a year, this isn't bad. So
the Hero Asgardian team at 2.5, Tangled at 1 million, the 2-piece Masters of Evil, Infinity Watch, garbage. Yeah, so Sif is really small. Actually, I do think putting that Sif in on that team instead of Teen Loki, or probably Teen Loki is the one to replace. I think that's the way to go, because then she draws a taunt and dies. And triggers Valkyrie because she's a hero Asgardian rather than the villain Asgardians, right?
Though she'll probably end up dying the same time as Valkyrie, given the similar sizing. But that's
Possibly.
a notice.
Possibly. Either way, it's a guarantee. I don't think Teen Loki adds a whole bunch, but I don't know. It's something. Eternals. We've got the whatever. Garbage. Here we go. Hive Mind, Pegasus, Darkhold, garbage. Young Avenger, garbage. Okay. So that's what we got to work with. Just so you guys know. All right, so I think the Hive Mind is pretty good. I think this is one of those teams that's just, it's going to get countered the way it gets countered, and there's not really anything you can do to change it. If you need Absorbing Man someplace else, it wouldn't really change it to just put Venom back on here, I think. Because I think Absorbing Man is going to be the same thing when you take an Eternals counter into this. It's going to blow it up. Number 6, here's the Tangled team. Your guys' thoughts on this one. Bishop to draw the opening attack. Chavez to speed up the Tangled members. To get those charges up and running so that Quicksilver can take lots of turns unhindered. And, I don't know. It's not terrible, but I am thinking that taking the Tangled members and putting them over here on this Asgardian team might be, like Ceci said. Or Sevi said. Was it Ceci or Sevi? They're both in chat now. Okay. So I think taking the Tangled...
Not bad, but, if you're speeding up the Tangled, they already have Safeguard, so you're basically just losing the Safeguard faster, you know?
Oh, that's
They
right.
only gain 3 mischarges because it's not Crucible.
That's right. So let's put that. I think this is probably, we should definitely break this up and move them over to the Asgard team then, because with these new rules, you're debilitating what they can do. Okay. Yeah, move to 3, and then what did we say about 5? 5 was fine as is. Okay. And then in 7, we have the Cabal with Kang and Emma, and I just, it kind of bothers me to put Kang on the defense version of this. Yeah, Sevi and Ceci are definitely 2 very different people. Probably as opposite sides of the spectrum as we can get. What do you think? You guys, I don't know. I don't like putting the Kang composition of this on defense. I don't mind putting Cabal Emma on defense, but I don't like adding Kang in here. I just don't feel like he's great for an offensive boost. I just feel
Right. Yeah, what you could do is put Chavez in here to speed up Namor and Iron Patriot.
okay. Since we're taking the Tangled out of this anyways, put Shava in here to speed up. You said Iron Patriot and who?
And Namor. That way Namor gets to rewind sooner. Patriot gets to clear the buff sooner.
Because they're a
You got
slow
the Emma
team,
in
you
there
want to give
slow
them that
people
speed.
down.
And Chavez does it
What's
better.
Okay.
Say that again?
What was that, strategist? What'd you say?
Basically, it's going to be better in here because they want the speed bar. They're a little bit slow when they're on defense.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
also, the end goal there would be you still want to pull an Underworld. And if you put Chavez in there, it's going to still do that, but do it better.
Okay.
Because it's considered more of a threat.
Okay. All right. I like that. I like that change. That seems pretty cut and dry. Number 8 is the Extreme with Rogue. Do you guys have a way to improve this? I mean, we see lots of variations, and I just don't know if one is that much better than the other.
It's fine. It's standard. It's a big team. So,
Okay.
And team big cookie cutter goes in the slot.
Okay, it just goes in the slot. Now, DJ Donk says that he could put in his G18 level 100 Zemo in here, hoping to get a crit and making the team move faster. Does that still function like that? On room 7?
I still think well, you could, if you want to put Emma somewhere else, you could put Zemo there and then still put Chavez in there, and that way you're still getting the rewinds really fast. The buff clears from Iron Patriot, and you'll get the crit. So and you get the speed up on them.
Okay.
It's basically just it's no difference really between Emma and Zemo.
All right, so we've got Emma, Zemo, and Chavez. Of those 3, pick 2 and put them in there. But let's reserve Kang for an offensive attacker of sorts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then this, you guys say, is just plug in. It's whatever version you want. It fits in here and somebody beats it. Spider Society. We see some different variations of this from time to time. Maybe like a Black Knight replacing Noir or something. What's your flavor of choice when it comes to Spider Society on defense? Because they kind of have to be on defense this season, right?
Yeah. Looks fine to me. The ISOs overall look okay. There's like 1 or 2 you could maybe change, like, Ghost Spider could be a Raider. It doesn't really matter too much anymore if she is.
Right. The striker attack gives her the ability to put a blind on somebody under the right circumstances.
Isn't that in raids now?
I think that
everywhere.
That is in raids, actually. They have to have slow.
Are you certain about that?
Yep. I'm
The
looking at it
blind
right
is
now.
only in raids.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Are you questioning the number 2 Cosmic Crucible Envoy run?
The number two. There's some jokes to be had there. In raids, 100% right. You guys are right. In raids, apply blind and bleed. So there's no point in her being a striker. I think Raider is the way to go.
Run, listen, I'm not going to be around forever to get you the kits anymore. You got to start reading yourself, my guy.
I'm trying. Did you see? I've got the screen. You guys can't see. I've got the screen hotkeyed so I can go to it real fast and find those things out. I'm trying.
I see it, Run, but I'm not going to be around for much longer.
I'm trying.
My guy.
You know what? I'm trying things to try and improve my memory too, so that hopefully I can actually remember some of these. What do you mean you're not going to be around? Are you quitting MSF or something?
Sunday.
You're quitting MSF on Sunday?
Yeah, man.
You're going full core hell diving, are you?
And other things, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so strategist. I guess I can help Zero this week beat you in Crucible.
Oh, dude, I'm not doing Crucible, but have fun. I've set it up to be fun.
Well,
no,
just
the long and
just
short
because
of it, real quick here, is to not try and get on too far of a tangent. Saturday was one of my best and longest friends' weddings, and a good friend of mine sat there and babysat my account, and throughout the entire, like, standing in the party, at the ceremony, listening to the brothers' speeches and stuff like that, it's like, yo, did I, hang on, am I done the Blitz event? Fuck, I don't know. I'll find out later.
It was distracting you
I'm
from
driving
the wedding.
I'm driving the bride and groom home. Once I get them dropped off, I should really claim my dailies before reset to make sure I'm set on the web store. And I just got home and I'm like, I boot up MSF and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing, man? For 6 years I've been doing this. The one day I have off and I'm still doing this.
Right.
And I'm guaranteed to have this off. No, I'm done. I'm calling it quits after Sunday.
Well, good for you. When you find you've reached your limit, yeah, move on to greener pastures, funner games, and everything. Doesn't mean you can't still come by and hang out and be a part of the community. He's not dying, folks. He's just putting down the cell phone.
Exactly.
He's getting the monkey off his back.
Greener, less money spending pastures.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're tempting me so much. It was so nice when I quit.
It was so nice when you quit. Why'd you come back then? Julep says you're dead to us now, strategist.
That implies I was ever alive to him. That's adorable.
Okay, so change goes to a Raider. Otherwise, this is fine. It looks pretty good to me. I'm happy with the way this is coming out. You guys don't want a pre-taunt? You don't want a Black Knight in here or something like that?
You could put Black Cat or North Star in there to kind of counter the Undying counter that is popular out there.
Okay, Black Cat or North Star. All right, and that's in place of Noir usually, because then you'll use like a Noir. Updog, I'm getting an echo coming from your microphone. You could put Black Cat or North Star in there in place of the Noir, right? That's who we'd be replacing, and then we could use the Noir on a Mercs for Money team.
There's people that do that, yeah. I've also seen Ghost get replaced as well.
Yeah, if you're not using the Noir, then replace the Ghost, because Ghost is kind of the weaker member of this team. Number 10, we have a 3-piece SD with Skrull and Black Knight. This is kind of like, hey, here's my big stuff. What are you going to use to beat it?
Very typical Room 10 is very typical Room 10. It does what it says, it pulls what it pulls, it's big, it's beefy.
And we've seen it a bunch.
Yep.
Okay. We got several teams that are good enough as is, not super exciting, but they're working for what they need. Yeah, I caught that, Flint, thanks. Does your camera have a slight shake? Anyone? Yes, my camera, it's the AC unit's rattling the wall right now. I turn the AC off when I start recording. You guys notice it when it's all zoomed in like that.
There's a heat wave across the continent this week, Ron. So.
Oh man, I know, it's a scorcher out there right now. I went running at 5 a.m. before the sun was up this morning, and I was sweating my brains out. It was so hot. It was crazy. What level are they at in CC? I don't know, hiding from real life, but in war, they're at Plat 3, 60 million TCP. Let's go over here and let's make a quick video. The theme of the video is going to be the most you can for the least you can, and we'll talk about more expensive options, but I think that's gonna be it. So we've got Infinity Watch, which is fine. Whoops, gotta get my tabs working here. Infinity Watch, which is fine. Pegasus, which is really good on offense for clearing out those pesky H for H, or you could use Kestrel on offense. A lot of people are replacing it with an out-of-time 4-piece, which since since DJ Donk is using his Black Knight in a room, he has an out-of-time 4-piece that he could place on defense if he wants. Otherwise, the out-of-time 4-piece is good for those new Avenger teams. Now we've got the Asgardian team, which would be better if it was Asgardian heroes with like a Thor or Mighty Thor or a small Sif. We think that a small Sif would die at the same rate that the Valkyrie would die. We talked about maybe building a Valkyrie big enough that she could survive a little while, and hopefully Vol could revive people or something. We're not really sure, but honestly, it's probably this kind of version is the best that Dawn can do for their resource investment. It's just a shame because Kid Loki and Sylvie don't trigger Valkyrie, but that's not gonna matter because Valkyrie's probably gonna die first anyway, so it doesn't matter. We kind of like it, but we'll talk about you could replace Kid Loki and Sylvie with the Tangled member from this team right here, and then of course we'll have Chavez being pulled from there too, so we'll talk about it when we get there. Team number 4, this is good enough. We can talk about maybe investing them up into the orange gear so that they don't die immediately, but rather just go under stealth and force you to hit big time twice. But again, this is another team that as it stands, you're getting great value for what you've already built and not spending any more. It's probably going to work. It's probably going to pull an Infinity Watch, and the investment to make them pull a nowhere team may not be worth it in your alliance. Number 5, it's the Hive Mind and Absorbing Man, and we like it just the way it is. If you need Absorbing Man elsewhere, you could pull him and put Venom back on here, but honestly, it's probably going to pull an Eternals, and Absorbing Man is the weakest link in here. Maybe taking him to blue 4 would help a little bit, giving him that 10% health, but I think it's gonna be a moot point. It's probably gonna die, but it's gonna pull what it pulls every single time. And then 6, this is the team we're gonna break up. So consider teams that you wanna replace it with if you have like a Heroes for Hire or something that you want to throw in its place, because we're going to be using Chavez, we're going to be using Tangled Web, because this, though it's not a bad team, we've got better uses for 3 of the characters. Not to mention, you could use Quicksilver over on the Infinity Watch, but it's not going to change the outcome over there either. Then we have in 7, the Chavez with Iron Patriot and Namor is the way we want to go. You could use Emma, you can use Chavez, you could use a big big Zemo. Any of those 3 pair well with the Cabal team. Pick 2. Just don't pick Kang, because Kang is giving the speed bonus on offensive attacks, and it seems like a waste. A 3-diamond Kang could really blow some things up and be pretty useful on offense. Number 8, it's your extreme with Rogue. Pick your flavor of this team, place it, forget about it. The ISOs on this are pretty decent. And then over here in 9, we have the Spider Society team. You could replace either Noir or Ghost with a Black Cat or a North Star. North Star probably the better choice, especially considering we already have a good place for Black Cat in the next team. But North Star is a great choice to fit in here. It really stops some of those counters. Otherwise, if you're keeping Ghost in here, we want to change her to a Raider. And finally, in 10, we like this team just the way it is. It pulls what it pulls, and it's the big stopper at the showstopper at the end of the lineup. Does that sound good to you guys?
That room that we completely just tore apart, what are we gonna put in there? Does he have like a Heroes for Hire or something? Or...
Yeah, we were looking at some of those, and I'm thinking Heroes for Hire is probably going to be the way. There's an out-of-time 4-piece left over that we could toss in there.
Okay.
There's a medium built Heroes for Hire. It's got looks like a gear tier 16 Shang-Chi right behind my head. That looks like gear tier 16 with bottom basement built. So I don't know if that Heroes for Hire would work. We could rearrange the extreme and combine them, and then combine this other trash raid team with a, with some of the the Alpha Flight members, right, and make a team out of that. So Don could do that.
Do like an out of time Alpha Flight mix or something like that.
An out of time Alpha Flight mix. There you go. And then of course there's a Mercs for money you could throw on defense if you wanted to, though they're pretty killer. Did we not see new Avengers on defense? That's a 2 million new Avengers. Did we seriously not see that?
NA is great on offense.
Oh, we're using it for offense right now?
If they're big, yeah.
Okay, well, he's got a 2 million NA, so I guess he's using that for offense. All right. Well, he doesn't have a lot of choices to throw in there. I think probably going, reworking his extreme and his unlimited teams to make 2 teams out of that. We could do something like that. That's probably the best option. That I don't know if that Heroes for Hire is big enough. And then there's the out of time 4-piece you could throw in there, since if everybody's using new Avengers on offense, then there's no reason to keep your out of time 4-piece on offense, in my opinion. I know out of time 4-piece does other things than new Avengers. But... Okay, I'm gonna jump out. I'll be right back. Let's go here. And we're gonna go. Oh, I need the blazer. Dang it! It's not a It's not a. Not defense up without a blazer. I'm wearing my blue 7 with my blue blazer. I feel like I matched or something. It's almost like I thought ahead about this one. I didn't. Really don't think that far ahead. All right, yeah, here we go, Donk. I'll put it all in video form for you. You saw the behind-the-scenes stuff, so there's going to be a little extra information in there for you. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, you'll see this video posted in a day or two on the same channel. YouTube, we're doing an arena attack, and Benny Westside and I are in the same bracket in Cosmic Crucible, and we're hoping we get paired up. And so he's excited. What's your schedule like, Benny? Are you going to be able to make an evening stream if we do it in the evenings?
I hope we get matched up today. I am flying out tomorrow, starting 8 p.m. your time. No, 7 p.m. your time.
Uh-huh.
And it's a long flight.
Yeah.
And then I'll be out of the country.
So you're saying hopefully we get matched up today, and it'll be do an evening stream together and something like that tonight?
Yeah, that would be great. Or even early tomorrow if evening doesn't work for you. But yeah, this evening would be my most preferred.
Yeah, well, hopefully, I mean, we'll see. And then I can do an evening stream tonight, or I could get up real early tomorrow, and I'll just skip doing the recap and instead just stream and do an early morning Cosmic Crucible with you. That'd be cool. I love pairing up against other content creators, or just people I know. Even if it's just somebody from chat and I know them, I'm like, sweet, that's cool. I don't know who to attack. It doesn't really matter. Well, I guess we'll go here because I get an assist from Logan. Go. Killed him once, so it doesn't even matter that I'm gonna kill him again.
Do you guys think they're gonna do anything to address the Logan v Logan?
I don't want them to. I don't want them to. I'm okay with it. I'm hoping that changes will come to Apocalypse so that people could rapidly get Apocalypse into play, and people will just learn, hey, you gotta deal with him with Apocalypse or somebody who does a perma-kill on Logan. But I've dealt with no less than 3 of these things before where you can get caught in a loop. And it's nothing new, and I just don't want to set a precedence of nerfing characters. I like Logan, I worked for him, and I'm gonna be mad if they nerf him because for me, I'm able to deal with that situation. I think a better way to deal with it for the rest of the community is allow them access to Apocalypse faster.
Wait. How does a dead character of Apocalypse help a Logan v Logan? It's a death loop.
How is Apocalypse dead?
He dies.
Well, don't let him die. That's the whole point. You gotta make sure to get to his ultimate so you can Thunder Punch the Logan. Like he's a brand new character and there's very few ways to deal with Logan. And I think that's how a good, powerful legendary who's now arena meta should be. It sucks though,
But-
because you're kind of like, as a newer player, you're kind of gated because it's super hard to get Apocalypse unlocked, and that's the primary way to do it. I'm Not Your Hero says he uses Doom and it's fun. So I don't know. I just don't want him nerfing characters in general. I think that's an absolute last resort. The only reason I didn't have a problem with him, quote unquote, nerfing Mephisto is because, let me share my screen with you guys, is because Mephisto was a change that they made, and everybody was pissed with the change that they made, so they reverted some of that change. So it's like they went 120% and we took him back 20%. I don't call that a nerf. No.
Apocalypse is not the problem with the Logan v Logan death loop.
I understand that Logan v Logan has a death loop, and that's a problem. I think that one solution is being able to use Apocalypse in Arena. And the problem with that solution is that very few people can get to that solution. There are other solutions to it. They're few and far between. And I'm okay with the playing field as it stands. Then again, I'm in the have section, so I'm not one that you should ask. You should ask new players what they think about it.
I have a 3-diamond Apocalypse who is gear 19, and I still get caught in the Logan versus Logan death loop.
Once
That's
in a
because
while
your
it
super
happens.
scroll isn't. That's because APOC is getting ability blocked by the Old Man Logan ultimate and not your super scroll.
Yeah.
So take up your super scroll, and then your super scroll gets ability blocked, and you fix that issue.
So then you need, what you guys are saying is, for APOC to work, you need both APOC and Super Scroll both built big.
Well, you just need Super Scroll bigger than. You need Super Scroll to have more damage than Apocalypse, because then Apocalypse will.
Okay, but again, what we're saying is
you guys aren't fixing the Logan versus Logan death loop.
I'm not trying to fix it.
I'm not trying to fix it either.
I'm saying get better and play around it.
Yeah. I don't want to fix it. I don't think they should nerf him. I don't think they should make changes to Logan. And I don't want them setting this precedent. Like we just went through what some people are labeling a nerf, and I don't want a second one right after it. And then all of a sudden this game gets a label for nerfing characters. I think that's a bad precedent. I don't think they nerfed Mephisto either, Benny. I don't think they nerfed him either. But what I'm saying is other people in the community are calling that a nerf. And if they nerf Logan, it's a fucking nerf. No getting around it, and I don't want them setting a precedence for that.
I didn't ask for a nerf. He should either have a permakill or they need to figure something out. I think they need to figure something out for the death loop.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insinuate you were trying to nerf him. I just wanted to make sure that people understood I didn't want him nerfed. That's something that's definitely on the table in my books. If they want to add something to his kit so that it changes the way that works, I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. I think that's totally acceptable. Some kind of a perma kill in the Logan so that one Logan takes care of the other Logan, so at least you're not. It's a coin flip to see who gets to that move first, right? Or who lands the permanent ability block or a heal block or something. So I don't know, something like that sounds fine to me. If it does require, see, I didn't realize it required APOC and Super Scroll so that you can get to the Falcon Punch on APOC. That makes it doubly challenging for newer players, and that does kind of suck.
Maybe there's something in the pipeline to get APOC quicker and like more streamlined at least.
Yeah.
I mean, it's well overdue. Lord knows. It's well overdue.
I don't think that solves the problem.
Well, for me, I've just lived through so many arena metas where things like this happened, and no one ever did anything about it.
Sorry, which arena meta had a death loop?
We had several of them before. We had God, I hate when people ask me to remember shit. I just remember having this conversation. We went over 3 of them, and I can't remember them.
I'll take this meta over Black Order v Black Order and Infinity Watch v Infinity Watch.
Infinity Watch v Infinity Watch took forever, and I'm hearing Black Order same, but it was not a death loop. When you come down to Logan v Logan, if the timer was 20 minutes instead of 5, if the timer was 5 hours instead of 5 minutes, it does not end the fight.
Correct. but that's
Yeah,
because you're misplaying the fight. I've never been in. I've had an issue of getting into a death loop maybe less than 5 times. I know it's different for newer players, and newer players are facing an issue where it's always a death loop because everybody's using like extreme Old Man Logan, and that shouldn't be happening because now all the arenas are just stagnant. But I feel at the higher level, it doesn't matter. You just play it better and you can get around it. It's kind of what Run and I are saying.
Nacho Hero uses Doom, Dorm,
Here.
APOC, OML, Black
I'm gonna
Knight, and it
share my
beats everything. And then, Stocky, we're not talking about buffing APOC. Forget that. I want to make it easier to get to APOC for newer players because nobody wants to build all those crap teams. You're sharing something with us, Benny?
I'm gonna have Dylan walk me through this.
Oh, he's sharing the screen? Okay, let's see here.
No, I'm not sharing yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was all queued up to bring up your window.
Oh, sure.
So
go for it.
there was...
For the first time,
Like
for the
2
first time
seconds.
ever, Run was prepared.
So...
No, I'm sharing in 2 seconds. I was just saying, like, I'm not done.
So there was a Night Nurse death loop, which is totally irrelevant, but it was there. The Infinity Watch and the Black Order weren't exactly death loops, but they were timeouts because you couldn't get through them fast enough. They would. I remember something with X23. Wasn't there an X23 one? Why am I remembering X23? Anyway, we were talking about this a week ago with somebody, and we were listing all the different ways that they get caught in these endless loops that never get us out, or timeout
Dylan.
loops.
Tell me what to do.
Hold on.
Oh, what are we watching here? No, that's not the right
If you run
one.
into a black cat versus black cat, that can be a death loop too.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, what do you want to go against?
Let's go with the highest possible.
Go for it.
All right, this is Benny's over here. Is the easiest way I can share the screen.
Here. Who are you bringing?
So for offense, I've been using Dorm and not Nightcrawler. Who am I using on offense?
Oh, Dormammu, so that your Black Knight gets revived.
Dorm, Old Man Logan, Black Knight, and yeah, so it's Black Knight over.
Robbie.
Yep, Robbie, and then
You're gonna put Logan next to Black Knight. There you go.
Yep, and then make him a skirmisher, and then Dorm striker, and switch Dorm all the way to the end, and then put APOC in the middle.
Okay, before you hit go, real quick, can we talk about how mobile's server is like one of 3 that Run has where there's no notification bubbles and everything else is at least triple digits?
That's because mobile doesn't do anything in his server. I can
get
go
by
for
many.
weeks without a red dot appearing in there. And honestly, I think I had a 1 in there for about 3 months. And finally, I went and wondering, why is there a 1 in here? And I couldn't even find it. Somehow it went away. I thought maybe somebody actually pinged me in it. Because nobody ever
special?
pings anything in there.
Special?
Yep.
Not basic?
No.
Okay.
That's weird, because it just rewinds the Black Knight and nothing else.
Doesn't rewind anybody actually.
It doesn't rewind Black Knight either? Okay. Oh yeah, he can't be rewound either, huh? And Logan can't be rewound over 50%. I use the basic there and chain across to get rid of that immunity off of APOC, even though it doesn't change much.
So
Special Black
stun
Knight.
Black Knight?
Yep. Okay. Basic on Nightcrawler, and you're gonna hope to chain across here to APOC, which you didn't, because you can make APOC stun himself essentially, if that chains across to him.
Which... Okay.
You can ult on their super scroll.
Yeah, I do the super scroll because you're gonna get the assist from Logan.
Yeah, ult on the super scroll. Yeah.
And that might even take out that. Oh wow, completely killed the super scroll. Okay. Oof. The perma kill on it, so you didn't get the revive. That sucks.
And see, so your super scroll is not G19, not 3 diamond, but not G19 7-7. So APOC is getting the ability block, because right now you'd just be able to APOC punch and win. So that's why you're losing, because your super scroll is not G19 yet. So the Old Man Logan ultimate ability blocks whoever has the highest damage. And that would be super scroll if he was G19. So that's why the issue's happening. You could probably basic on Nightcrawler.
Wail
So-
harder, buy more dark diamonds.
Yeah, like then the solution to the Logan v Logan Deathloop is increasing the gold economy so I can buy more Crimson gear and bring up Super Scroll. Is that what it is, Dula?
Yeah,
I mean,
or
I don't
dark
have a
promo
problem with
credits.
gold.
Dark promo credits make him 7 red.
So
He is
my
7 red.
Apocalypse,
Oh.
my Apocalypse and my Scroll are both G19, and my Apocalypse still has more damage than the Scroll.
Is your
My
scroll a striker?
Apocalypse and my Super
No,
Scroll
okay.
are both missing one piece from G19. It's the top right piece. Otherwise,
So
they have
if your-
everything. And,
Your
and
scroll
I'm
has
not
to
getting
be a
ability blocked.
striker. Yeah, your scroll has to be a striker as well because that ups his damage, and that also changes because that makes him have more damage than APOC as well.
I just feel like this is a problem that will probably work itself out over time. The next arena meta character that they put in play just has something that will help with this issue. I have faith that Matt Sheets can do something with the next characters that go into arena meta. And I don't know if it's worth buffing or changing any current characters in game. I mean, Logan is already so powerful. What happens if they add some sort of permakill to Logan and it makes him over the top and destroy? Like, what happens if they do a permakill on Logan and somebody finds out how that absolutely annihilates Mephisto in fucking war, and the Kraken start bitching that we're killing their Mephistos again, right?
So-
I'm worried that we tamper with it and make the problem worse.
One, Mephisto prevents revives anyway and cannot be revived. 2, how is the mirror match in war? This is just like this is my experience in arena.
From what I've heard,
like-
it's super easy, even if they have like a super scroll over a death pool.
And like there's no death loop.
Yep, there's no issues.
Okay.
I'm not saying your argument doesn't have merit, Benny, and I'm not even the authority to speak on it because I don't have to deal with that issue. For whatever reason, my Apocalypse rarely receives the ability block, and I will be sure to place the pieces on my sus first before I place it on my Apocalypse. And then if I do have problems with that, maybe I'll have to turn Apocalypse into a, I don't know, Raider or something so that he doesn't have the highest damage. I don't know. But for me, I'm more worried with their track record recently that they're going to make a change and it's going to make things worse, because that's what they've done lately. They've made changes that we've asked for and it's made the game worse.
What? Listening to the community has made things worse? Oh, that's a damn shame. Let me just sit here with my tea and count 7 days.
Okay, everybody, let's get out of
And
here.
on that note, let's move on.
All right,
That's funny.
what's this? Mont and start. Okay, different language. I don't have anybody to raid other than Dorky. I've got to raid Dorky every freaking day.
Gross.
Why is everybody just like afraid to stream when Dorky's streaming? I don't know.
I mean,
Okay.
there's 3 people in here right now, but I'm guessing one of them's in a car, and one's going on vacation and has to go pack.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
true.
One's up dog who's probably too busy with a family.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sending you guys off to Dorky Dad. You can go watch his stream. It looks like he's working in alpha raids or something, maybe. I don't know.
Oh
No,
yeah,
he's-
T-Dub's in like Hawaii or something.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, thank you everybody for joining me. I appreciate the coming by and saying hi to me this morning. If Benny and I get matched up, we will go into Cosmic Crucible for a late night stream tonight. Otherwise, I probably won't see you. I don't even know when I'll see you guys again with my super work heavy schedule this next week. Beats me. But either way, have a great day. Hope you had a wonderful Father's Day, all you fathers out there. Thanks again for the positive messaging yesterday. And I will see you guys later. Bye.